Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all how I made this delicious cookies and cream chocolate cake for my husband's birthday. His birthday was March 28th and it is now June, so I'm pretty behind on posting this, but better late than never, right? So all I'm doing here is whipping up a box of chocolate cake mix. I just followed the directions on the back of the package, so I added in my water, vegetable oil, and some eggs and mixed that together really well. I don't think that there's a thing wrong with using box cake mixes. They taste great. I'm just using the one by Betty Crocker in the triple chocolate fudge. Here I just have out my 2 round cake pans. I have sprayed the bottom with some non-stick cooking spray, and then I took pieces of parchment paper and cut those out into circles to fit the pan. I placed those in the bottom and sprayed the top with some non-stick cooking spray as well. I wanted to be extra sure that nothing was going to stick when I went to flip these pans over, and then I just took my cake batter and divided those as equally as I could between the two, and I just gave those a good little shake just to make sure that they were level and even, and I just popped those into the oven. Here they are straight out of the oven. Of course, I did the toothpick test just to make sure that they were completely cooked through. As you see, it came out clean, so it is ready. So I just let those slightly cool in the pan, and then I flipped them over onto a cooling rack. And then I removed those pieces of parchment paper. As you can see, they pulled away super easily. And now I'm just going to let those completely cool down. So now on to the best part about this cake, the filling. So all you need is some cream cheese, sugar, whipped topping or Cool Whip, and some Oreo cookies. So to a mixing bowl, I have just tossed in that cream cheese, and then I added in my sugar, and I'm just going to mix those together really well. You want to be sure that your cream cheese is at room temperature, or this just will not work out right. So once it looks something like this, you are going to add in your Cool Whip, and then you are just going to fold that in. So now for the Oreos, I'm just going to take a whole roll of these. I believe it was about 12 cookies, and I'm going to place those into this resealable Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to close up the top and take out my meat mallet, I think that's what it's called, and I'm just going to crush this up. I didn't crush it into fine little bits. I did leave some into like medium chunks, and then I'm just going to dump that on into that sweetened cream cheese and Cool Whip mixture and fold that in. So you're not going to use all of this for the cake, so what I had left over, I just kept it in a little container in the fridge, and it was a great dip for like pretzels. My 2-year-old son went to town on it. So now on to the frosting. To my KitchenAid mixer, I'm just adding in some powdered sugar and also some unsweetened cocoa powder. And don't worry, this whole recipe will be linked down in my description box. I followed it to a T. I know that normally when I make frostings, I feel like I was kind of doing it backwards here, but it all worked out in the end. So I just added in a softened stick of butter, and then some vanilla extract and some milk. The milk is going to thin this out. I do remember that I needed more than what the recipe called for because it was super thick. You definitely want to get it to a spreadable consistency. So once it looks something like this, your cake is ready to be assembled. So I just took one of the cake rounds and placed it on my cake stand, and then I'm just taking a serrated knife and I'm going to level off the top. Next, I'm just going to plop down a good thick layer of that cookies and cream filling, and I'm just going to spread that out evenly, making sure that I push it to the edges. Once I get it to the way that I want it, I'm going to add down that last cake layer, and then I'm going to cover it in that chocolate frosting. This cake was so amazing. It was a huge hit with everyone. If you decide to make it, let me know down in the comments what you thought about it, or take a picture and tag me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.